Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. How you guys doing today? I have been running around today doing so many different things, but it feels amazing. You know, we had our live event a few weeks ago. I went to Jersey this past weekend, and I told myself when I got home that I would, start getting things done that I need to get done. So I'm purging, not puking. That's what it says on there. So, I've been, I just got back from my Amazon storage. We're transferring it over to, a place over there in North Houston where they're going to basically be, selling it for me. And it's amazing. I'll try out their service and I'll let you know how that goes. But so it's just like I'm going room to room, and, I have so many things that it's been on my mind. And I don't know if you've ever taken a course on Feng Shui before, or decluttering your life, decluttering your mind. If you listen to my podcast, I have an episode on there about uncluttering your life. And it's so awesome. Uncluttering your life, getting things out of your brain, putting things on paper, going through your Gmail folders, and, categorizing your emails, just stuff like that. So it really does something to you. It does something to where you feel, I guess, I don't even know the word, but it's one of those things to where, as you are decluttering your mind, your emails, your life, your rooms, your Amazon business, what businesses you want to do. That's the other thing that I was going to be doing this week is with Mother's Day weekend coming up, I'm hoping to go to the beach in the next few days and just journal, and just write things down that have been on my mind. What are some of the things that I want to get rid of? What are some of the things that I want to do? And sometimes in order to do the things that you want to do, you have to declutter the things that are in your life, right? So if you want to bring in new things and new projects, all of us only have 24 hours in a day, right? There's only so much time. We can't do everything unless you outsource, which I talk about a lot. But, even though we want to do so many things, it's really hard to do those things whenever we have so much clutter in our life. Whether, like I say, it's through our business, whether it's in our relationships, whether it's basically, your home, your storages, your Amazon warehouses, whatever it is. And so it feels amazing. I only have 3 more years to have my kids, and I'm going to be decluttering along the way, because one of these days I'm going to live in a condo on the 24th floor looking out to the beach. People clutter, Tom. I was just looking at my friends list. It's like 4,936. So yeah, I'm going to be decluttering my friends list as well. And so it's one of those things where whenever you take the time, sometimes these exercises that we talk about take a lot of time at the beginning, but the end result is wonderful. So as you declutter your life, your emails, your business, your storages, your homes, your rooms, suddenly it's just, you feel this lighter feeling. It's an amazing feeling. And so, it's one of those things where I think it's just spring is in the air, and I guess it's true what they say about spring cleaning. Right, Georgie? I just cleaned off my desk. I've been having my live event. I've had swag bags everywhere on the floor. I've had a pile of get-to pile. And so, it's just like I finally cleared that off, cleared my, some of my Gmail folders. I have people right now at my storage. That's where I just came from. They're, like I say, they're bringing all of these units to the north side of town to a service that's going to be helping me to sell those things, kind of like, selling it on eBay. So having multiple streams of where to sell your items, if you have an Amazon business, is awesome, right? eBay, Bonanza, Craigslist, garage sale, whatever, Mercari, Poshmark. There's so many different ways to do that. But I know in my head, those of you who've been following along, I've been decluttering, like I have this system where, and I talk about this, like I say on my podcast, and it's like you start at the front door of your, you start on your front door, and you go room by room in your head, and you go through every single piece and you just ask yourself, does this piece make me happy? Whether it's a picture or a light or a piano piece or whatever it is, does this make me happy? Or does it bring me more frustration? Or does it make me feel more cluttered, to where I feel that I can't get things done? And so it's interesting whenever you start decluttering. I've been doing that since I've been home from my event and from New Jersey and everything that's been happening. It's almost like when you start doing that, then you open up room to either just feel more light, to feel more free, or to bring more ideas that you've been wanting to get done. And that's the other thing too, is you need to ask yourself, what is it that I really want? There's many ways and many things that we want to do, but what are the things that we really want to be doing? And those are the kind of things that you should focus on. And in order to do that, sometimes we have to purge. We have to purge the people that are around us. In fact, today I had some guy that was messaging me, and it was just one of those things where I had to purge that. I just won't go into detail about all the stuff about it, but it was just one of those things where enough was enough and I had to purge that friend. And so, sometimes we have to do things that are hard. We have to do things that we don't want to do in order to do the things we really want to do, right? Because the better and the best is always better than the good. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's been on my mind a lot. Like there's many things that I want to do in my Amazon business, but I would much rather be doing the beach, right? And being on the blue beaches, and that's what makes me happy. And so that's what you have to ask yourself as you're decluttering, how many water bottles do we really need in this family? That's right, Stephen. That's so true. That's such a profound statement. People come into your life to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. And that's so, so true and so profound. That needs to be on a t-shirt, Stephen. And so it's Mother's Day weekend coming up. I think I'm going to head to the beach on Friday and just relax. That's kind of my goal if it all works out. And then I have some of my kids coming. And so I am so excited to just, start getting things in order the way I want them. It feels amazing. And so I hope that you guys are doing the same in some way so that you can fulfill the things that you want to be doing, right? So I hope you're purging. I hope you are, having that spring cleaning feeling in the air where you have to, declutter. And like I say, a great method for your house anyway. You don't need any more water bottles. Georgie, I know. It's like, I don't know what it is. There's like an obsession with the perfect water bottle, right? And by trying to find the perfect water bottle, we have this array of water bottles, and it's ridiculous. And so I'm going to be getting rid of those today. And so, in fact, this is my favorite one so far. It really does work. And I fill like 4 of those up a day, or I try to, and that's how I get my water intake in the way I need to. And so, so again, before I let you go, it's like the method for your house, is to like imagine yourself walking through your front door and start in the first room, to the left or to the right, right? To the left or to the right. Like my left is my office. And so I start in the corner, which many of these are episodes on my podcast, Joy Reveals. So those of you who don't know that I don't have a podcast, it's all on there. And so you imagine and you think of the room, like my very first room to my left is, like I say, my office. So I start in the corner and I start cleansing it. I start saying, okay, this is garbage. This goes to my kids. This goes to my daughter. This goes to my husband. This is their stuff, and start putting things where they belong. So you either put them where they belong, you throw them away, or you give them away. Those are your 3 options. And so, hey Maria, how you doing? I was thinking about you this morning. And so, it's like, that's what you do. That's my method of purging and cleansing. And, my first room, like I say, is the office. And so I just go, corner to corner. Like my piano room is to the right, and everything in there is exactly the way I want it. That room stays the cleanest because it's like, most people don't go in there except to play the piano or whatever. But That's what you have to do. You have to go through, and then you imagine, and you go to the next room, and you go to the next room until you do your whole house, which I haven't even been through my whole house yet. Thank you, Maria. I need to update that website, but that is the name of the podcast, and you can get a lot of these episodes. And so, yeah, that's right, Steve. You know what? One day, my goal, honestly, I never thought I would say this, but I really think I want to just live on a condo and on the high enough to overlook the beach and live like in a 2 or 3 bedroom condo with just simple stuff. It's really weird because, you know, I've lived in bigger homes, you know, raising my kids for the last 30 years, but that's where I'm leaning toward. And I'm starting now every single day, and it feels amazing because, like, if I sit down and I'm trying to work, it's like I know that I have all my businesses in order, and my there you go, Maria, thank you so much. And so it's such an awesome thing. It's a cleansing process. It's not just cleansing and purging your, like I say, your house or your business, but even just think about purging and cleansing yourself. You know, like cleansing the inner vessel, like twice a year, do a detox. I don't know how many of you guys do that, but I try and do that. I'm not perfect at it. But, you know, our bodies need the detox just as much as our houses do, and our Gmail folders and our business folders and our business ideas. I have so many business ideas all the time. I have to mind map. Those of you who don't mind map, you should just Google that. It's a mind map where everything that's in my head goes onto this mind map. And each one of those arrows are outsourced. I just talked about this weekend at this conference and my own. And that is, yeah, there you go, Stephen. You know what? I admire you for that. And so I'm not quite to the minimalist point of view, but I am getting to where there's so many things that I would rather have and I would rather do. You know, I would much rather, you know, start a nonprofit or do, you know, give to the homeless or something, or instead of like having all these things, right? Sometimes people think that having things makes them happy, when in reality, things don't do that. And so anyway, all right, my husband's pulling up behind me. I was ignoring his phone call, so I better act like I'm talking on the phone. Talk to you guys later. Bye.